Hello everyone, my name is Dalton and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my February TBR. And if you don't know, February is Black History Month. And during the month of February for the past couple of years, I have only read books from Black authors. And this year's no different. I am going to be reading exclusively from Black authors. So I have quite a few books here that I am hoping to read in the month of February. And I am so excited for all of these books. Some of them are by some of my favorite authors. Some of them are some of my most anticipated books of like 2022. I am just so excited to read all of these books. So without further ado, let's get into the books that I want to read in the month of February. The first book that I want to get to in the month of February is How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin. And this is just a short story collection of a whole bunch of short stories that N.K. Jemisin wrote when she was first becoming a writer and that sort of stuff. I just think this is such a great title. I know not really a whole lot about this, other than it's just a whole bunch of short stories, but if you don't know, N.K. Jemisin writes science fiction and fantasy. However, there is a lot of coded things within her work. So like in The City We Became, one of her most recent novels, it is fantasy, it's an urban fantasy setting, but she talks so much about blackness and racial tensions and that sort of stuff. So I am expecting this short story collection to deal with race a whole lot, and the title is incredible because I agree, how long until Black Future Month. But yeah, I am super excited to read her short story work. So the next book that I want to get to is Another Country by James Baldwin. So I have like this Library of Congress edition that has 3 novels, and I think one might be a short story, or it's 4 novels altogether. I have read Go Tell It on a Mountain and Giovanni's Room in this collection. And if I have enough time, I would love to reread Giovanni's Room. I've just heard great things about Another Country, and I eventually do want to read every book in this collection. So I honestly just want to read more James Baldwin because his writing is spectacular. He's one of the best writers that I have ever read anything from, and I loved Giovanni's Room. Didn't love Go Tell It on a Mountain. I'm not a huge fan of religious ideas within fiction. I don't like religion, so I try to avoid it at all costs. But besides the point, yeah, if I have time, I would love to read Giovanni's Room, but main focus is Another Country by Baldwin. So hopefully I get to both, but if not, one would do. The next book I've already talked about on this channel briefly, and that is The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. This is Morrison's first ever published novel. Follows a young girl named Piccola who is raped by her father and is stuck with his child. And it just follows her struggles with desiring blue eyes and whiteness and blackness and everything that goes along with that. And it's tragic. Hopefully the writing is beautiful. It's Toni Morrison, so I'm expecting it to be beautiful. So excited to read her first novel. She is my favorite author of all time, so I know I'm going to love this, but I am super excited to get to it. The next novel that I want to read in the month of February is Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. I actually started and read about half of this novel my senior year of college. I read it for research for one of my senior projects. And I just didn't have enough time to finish it that year, but I was loving it. I love Chinua Achebe's writing. This story is kind of complicated, but it essentially follows a Nigerian Igbo tribe as European colonizers come into Nigeria, and everything that goes along with losing one's culture and being replaced by European whiteness. And it's very difficult to read, but Chinua Achebe's writing, like I said, is beautiful, and he tells such a great tale here. So I am super excited to finish this. Yeah. The next novel that I want to read in the month of February is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I've mentioned this already. I want to restart this trilogy this year. What better time to do it than the month of February, jumpstart my year. I've already read this novel and I loved it. And I started it not too long ago and read a chapter or so. And I appreciate the story so much more just from what I've read so far than what I did when I first started it. But like I said already with the other N.K. Jemisin book, I love her writing. She is one of my favorite authors of all time now. I've read so much by her at this point. I'm so excited to get into this trilogy again and reread this first novel. Another book that I've already mentioned quite a few times on this channel is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. Follows two sisters. They might be twins. I don't know off the top of my head. And one of them lives her life passing as white while the other one does not, and it just follows their lives and the trauma that both of them endure, living these two very, very different lives. But yeah, I think this will be the perfect book to read in the month of February. The next book, again, I mentioned in one of my other videos about, it's one of the books that I want to read in 2022, and that is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Crosby. This follows two fathers after their sons are murdered, and they kind of have to reconcile with their sons being homosexual and married and that sort of stuff. And they basically go and try to find whoever murdered their sons. They kind of reconcile with their own homophobia, get over everything, and go to get revenge for their sons' deaths. This sounds like such a great novel. I've heard nothing but great things. I've never read anything by S.A. Crosby, and I'm super excited to, just because I have heard such great things about this book. I hope the writing is beautiful. The story already sounds amazing, so I'm super excited to get to this one. And then the last book that I'm hoping to read in the month of February is probably the longest book on this list, and that is The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. I actually started this book in December. I got a copy from the library and I was really enjoying it. I think I got like 100 or so pages into it. It follows multiple generations of the same family, living in, I believe, Georgia, right outside of like Atlanta. So it follows a whole lot of stuff, dealing with race and that sort of thing, and family trauma, generational trauma that's passed down, that sort of stuff. The writing of this was so beautiful, and I knew I was getting a copy of this for Christmas, so I returned the copy that I had from the library. So I'm going to restart this and tab it up because, like I said, the writing was fantastic. So I am so excited to start this again and actually finish it. But yeah, this is a long book, so I am probably going to wait to read this last in the month of February, just because I know it's going to take me longer than any other book on this list. But alrighty guys, those are the books that I'm hoping to read during Black History Month or the month of February. Let me know some books that you're planning on reading in the month of February. Let me know if you do any challenges or anything where you're trying to focus on Black writers and Black authors. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day. Peace out. Bye.